Welcome to Walking with Jesus Bible Study. We're going to be in the book of Hebrews, chapter 2, verse 18. For in that he himself has suffered being tempted, he's able to secure them that are tempted. And I'm going to repeat that. For in that he himself has suffered being tempted, he's able to secure them that are tempted. Because we live in a fallen world and the power of darkness is real, we will be tempted. Do not be fooled into thinking that because you were saved, you will not be tempted. This is so false. Because even Jesus suffered temptation. Yet he overcame Satan's temptations. But since Jesus was tempted himself, he's able to help us when we are tempted. Just call on his name. He knows that the devil is going to make you doubt yourself. He's going to fill you full of lies. He's very deceiving. That's what he is. He's a master liar, a master of disguises. He doesn't want you to get close to God. He wants you to doubt God. He wants you to forsake him. He wants you to curse him. And some of us are a little bit wise. You know, we're on to him like, okay, yes, and we know the devil's a liar. We know this and that. So you're going to watch out for these certain things, and you're going to watch out for that, and you're going to watch out for this. But here's the one thing that you don't never seem to remember. Or even realize that he would do. He'll make you doubt yourself. Everything that he wants to do to you, he'll make you do it to yourself. You won't even see it coming. You're going to change the way you think about yourself. He's going to plant all these thoughts into your heads. Start off with your dreams. Make you think evil thoughts. And you're like, wow, why did I think that? It's not you. It's the devil. You know who you are. You know who you are in your heart. And luckily, so does God. So when it comes time, you'll be like, oh, God, forgive me. I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, he knows. You got to remember. But don't be putting everything onto the devil. Because some things we have to take credit for. Oh, it's so easy just to blame any and everything. Everything that you do and everything that happened like this on the devil. Oh, that wasn't me. That was the devil. You know, God. You know, God, you know that was the devil. He be tripping sometimes. No. You got to take ownership of the things that you have done. If you don't own up to the things that you have personally done, even if you haven't even done it, you will never change who you are. You will never become a better person. You will never become more righteous, more holy. God asks us specifically, become holy because I am holy. Be righteous because I am holy, righteous. God will allow you to be that. He will change your character. You're a child of God. What father wouldn't want his own child to be a reflection of him? Now, we can't be all this Mr. and Mrs. Perfect, but we can come close enough. Because there is no good, not one good person. The only one that was righteous and untouchable, good and holy man that ever walked this earth was Jesus. See, God's first son, Adam, put sin in all of us. God's first son, in the likeness of him, that was truly all him, that that was birthed into a human, took all that sin out. One man caused it, one man took it away. We got to realize that we are all human and we make mistakes, and we're going to keep on. On our walk with faith with God and building up our relationship, we don't need to be so hard on ourselves. Now, we need to strive to be better, yes. We want to strive to not do these things and not do that, yes. But we don't need to beat ourselves up so much every time we fall, just because we don't get it exactly right, or we let things slip. Like, oh God, you go through tests. He puts you through trials and tribulations, and you just feel like you don't pass this test. Because I was like, oh, I am failing all these tests, dear God. I know I am. I know that was a test, and I just know I just feel that miserably, because I'm looking back, I'm like, oh, that was not right. I knew better than that. Nope, that's not how it's supposed to be played out. I'm like, man, how am I supposed to be this person that I know you called me to be if I can't even get this right? And I keep saying that over each one that I think I'm failing and stuff. But here's the thing. I'm not learning nothing if I was to sit there like, ooh, I haven't passed that. I would have just assumed. I've just been prideful. That was Satan's problem. No, you need to learn. That was the whole point of going through these tests, is learning. And what is a better way than to learn from your mistakes? Nobody said to all these tests that he was giving you that you were supposed to ace them. You're supposed to learn from them. Just like he's learning from you. Even though he knows everything already, he wants to see the choices that you choose to make, because he gives you free will to do that. And then by doing so, you're able to look at your own self. It's learning. And some people are just too hard. Like, I can't do it, I didn't do great, and then you beat up on yourself, and then you don't even want to you just feel like you let God down. So then you don't even want to continue on what you was doing, because you're like, oh, I don't want to get in the Bible, man. I feel like God's really mad at me. I don't want to pray to him because I know he didn't give me that test, and I know I failed that, and you just feel ashamed. Don't do that. That's the devil using you against you. It's all part of his plan. And so you got to learn to overcome that. You got to remember that in the scripture, God says in the scriptures that you need, if it has nothing to pertain to the scriptures, then don't believe it. And everything in scripture says to always think positive, to think the best of yourself. You're not supposed to speak death on yourself. You're supposed to speak life. I am good. I am God's child. So if you're getting all these doubts in your head of, oh man, I'm just saying worth it, that's not of God. That is of the devil. Jane, get your behind over here, ma'am. Thank you. So you got to be careful. You got to pay attention, because he will deceive you. And just because you think you're onto this trick and you're onto that trick, but you didn't know that you're going to have to watch out for yourself. That's how a lot of people end up losing their faith, is because they start doubting everything that they had already knew. They start doubting themselves. People are saved, do have a good relationship with God, but the devil's only going to go after the saved ones. Why would he want anybody that's already on his team? He's going after the team members. So y'all go ahead and keep believing that once saved, always saved. That is part of the lie that the devil's trying to use to get you, because he's going to use yourself against yourself. You're going to doubt yourself. You're going to doubt God, and you're going to doubt your faith. And then he's got you. That's why no matter how you feel, whether you think you're not doing good or doing whatever, you just keep staying in that prayer. God revealed to you just how great you're doing. Don't let the devil